What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Bianconerizone for a special live. We're gonna celebrate top four. Um,
Yeah!
Yeah,
this
buddy.
was on request of Julian, so here we are, like a special live for reaching fourth place. As you can see with me, the brain after the behind the live, Julian and Davide. How are you doing?
Fourth place trophy, yeah!
Yeah, I think. Well, I'm probably doing a little bit better than. See, I have two teams still in the fight. Julian's only got the one.
Yeah, I got nobody in the fight. Juventus is no fight.
Wow,
Done.
come on. There's something. Okay, you got nobody in the fight. He's got nothing to live for.
No.
That's sad.
Sporting wise, absolutely nothing.
What?
So if you guys haven't noticed, I'll stand up.
No,
it's
that's
NHL playoffs.
Ooh.
There's the hockey team. I'm throwing it out there. I am a multi-sport guy. Playoffs start tonight.
Nice. I don't.
But we can talk about soccer now. I'm done.
Okay, yeah. So we'll start off with the big news. We clinched top four. I don't say big. It's big. Yeah, it's big news. Like it's May and we were still like, it's still not done. You know, that was an issue in my opinion. We got it done. Not like last season. Not saying it's an improvement, but last season it was going to the last game. It didn't even depend on us. We made it this year. It depended on us. We did make it. So I will ask Julian first. Not how do you feel, because I don't think everybody feels ecstatic about it. You know, I'm gonna say I feel relieved. How do you feel?
Like, I'm disappointed still. I don't care.
Yeah.
Every team has been so crap in Serie A. There was no reason to lose this year. There's no reason. I'm sorry, and that's how I still feel. And to make the top four in the 35th game of the season, that's pretty crap. But from where we were and where we started, I'll take it.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, from where we come, yeah. Davide, what about you? Happy?
Yeah, there's a certain level of happiness for sure. Relief is definitely the right word there. The bare minimum was to get top four, and we've at least achieved that bare minimum. So from that standpoint, yeah, absolutely. You got to be happy to have met that target, because that was one of our targets. I don't think a lot of us expected to win the Scudetto at the beginning of the season. Perhaps there was always the chance, but this was probably the first and foremost goal to achieve. So we've done it. Let's continue fighting on for that Copa. That's obviously super important. And, you know, I'll be happy. I'll be happy if I see the young players getting some playing time the next three games here, and they show up to the Copa game. I will continue to be happy. Let's say that.
Okay, now you said that, the young players, because I said, like, play them. They play on Wednesday, their next game in the playoffs. So it depends. If they make it to the next round, I don't think Allegri will call them up. I think they will leave them to play with under 23s, which I think, at the end of the day, like, it's a dilemma. You know, do you play the players who are tired, you know, or do you let them play with under 23s and let them actually compete to make Serie B? I will say this: they're not the best team in the playoffs, not even close. So I think they're gonna lose. It's Provicelli. They are the better team. They lost last season against them also in the playoffs. They are the better team. Yesterday, they scraped it. You know, they actually scraped it. It was 0-0. They made it to the next round because they had a higher finish than Piacenza, but they're not good. They should have lost that game. So because I rewatched Julian and Justin's live, and I think Julian said it, like, play them all, or like play a lot of them, you know, against Genoa. And I said the same thing, but I think it will depend on Wednesday's result. I think it will, because they play on Wednesday. Friday is Genoa. How do you will view that game? I will ask Julian first, because I'm thinking about it. I'm like, it's on a Friday. I'm gonna watch it, but like, I'm gonna watch it it's done, you know. And the only thing me actually being kind of excited is if those players are gonna start. If they don't start, I don't know what to watch out for.
You hit it the nail on the head. Exactly.
Yeah, I think
What's the point of watching these last 3 games? To get more pissed off about the way we play, or do I want to watch these young kids play? Job's done. You got 4th place. Play Miretti, play Ake, play Sule, play that Turikia guy, that left back that scores 19 goals a season. Play him. I don't care. Just play these guys.
Yeah, that's what you said, Turikia. And John saying the under 3 doesn't even need promotion now. It would need more money to play Serie B. That's the point, to play Serie B. The money is no issue. Like, the club has the money, you know. That's no issue. You don't need to worry about that. But, you know, the whole purpose of setting that up is for them to reach Serie B, you know. And then you don't need to loan them out. Which, I will say this first. If I were a non-Juve fan, let's say I was an Ascoli fan playing Serie B, I would be pissed as hell, you know. It doesn't make sense, to be honest. Let's be real. It doesn't make sense that a team's B team is playing in the 2nd division. It happens across Europe. I know in the Netherlands it happens, but fans are wild about it. Like, even I don't want to say it. Even the fans of the clubs who have a 2nd team are against it, because it's weird. And to be honest, it is weird. Now, where I'm living, they became champion and they're gonna play 2nd division football next season. It's weird, you know, for the other teams, but that's all purpose of that. Hanin saying there are under 19 players. Yeah, but Allegri's not gonna call up under 19s to play away to Genoa. He's not gonna do that. Never. Or do you mean for the under 23s? I don't know.
Yeah.
I will say this. Do you think, because Norbert said what I said, do you think, I was asked Davide first, do you think it's important for the under 23s to reach Serie B?
Are you asking me or Davide?
I'll ask Davide first.
Okay. Yeah. Is it important? In the grand scheme of things, I don't think so. The main goal is to develop the youth players to, you know, skills, fitness, just getting used to, I guess, the Italian style, perhaps, especially if they're coming from outside of the country. So no, it's not important. It would help them. Maybe there's a slight financial windfall, but I don't think it matters at all. I think the only thing that it's going to be good for is for these guys' confidence. I mean, yeah, they'll be playing at a higher level. They can get even better training competition. But man, I think it's just bonus. If they get it, it's bonus, sure. But do we have to put a lot of stock in it? I don't necessarily think so.
What about you, Julian?
I got a question. I know, like, okay, so Fagioli, if we don't loan him out to another team, and he plays Juventus U23 instead of B, is that a loan or is that just in our system and he's playing there?
No, it's not a loan. It's our team. So
that's not a loan. That's our team. It doesn't matter.
No.
Oof, that would screw that. I understand why Ascoli would be mad.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, in your comparison there.
Yeah.
For the banter, yeah, absolutely. I want them in Serie B because that's hilarious.
That would be cool, yeah.
Like remember when Barcelona B almost won the Segunda?
Yeah. Oh, Ajax did the same thing 2 years ago. They were dominating. They won it. I think they won it. I actually think they won it. They won it. Yeah, they won it. And it was not even close. Like, they were dominant. But they had Haller playing there, like, at times. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember. Okay. So for the betterment of the club, yeah, like, but it doesn't really faze me at all. But for just because of the loan system that's coming in shortly, the 6-player loan, I'd like them to get to B. But I'd rather the better players play on Friday. I'd rather Miretti and Sule play on Friday. Selfishly.
Oh yeah, I get that. But I think it's important, you know, like you said.
Yeah.
It's important because you don't need to loan them out.
Yeah.
You have them in a team, you can build a team with all your youngsters, basically.
Yeah.
And they actually compete. I think that's the key, that they actually can compete together.
Yeah.
And even if 1 or 2 make it in the first team, they know each other already. Like, I think that needs to be the system. But let's see. I don't think they're gonna make it because they're not the best team in the playoffs. They're not.
The near term issue really is, with reference of the senior team, is do we care so much about this playoff that we want to sacrifice these guys off the senior team, or do we play? Like it doesn't matter. Like the way I look at it, yeah, I want to see the young guys playing, but do they need to play on Friday when they have another important game to play? I mean, sure, let's throw Arthur out there. Like
that's the question.
We
Like
have
Arthur,
other crap we can throw out there.
Arthur will play because he needs minutes, so he will start on Friday. I'm 100% sure of that.
Yeah,
but it
barring
depends.
any like huge injuries that you can't fill a spot, which I don't think we're
I
really
think,
quite there.
I think it's gonna be a club decision, not an Allegri decision. I think the club will say, "No, leave them. Just leave them alone. Leave them with under 23s, and that's it." But
Because
let's see.
that's their last chance of getting that too, right? Because then they're promoted, they move on. So
No.
from that standpoint, you give
If
them
they
a
win,
chance.
if they win, they move on to the next round. It's still not promotion.
Okay, yeah, but they have that chance to fight for it, to have something to go for, because they will never have a chance at a Serie C championship again,
Yeah.
or perhaps even the chance to go through that whole promotion phase. If they go straight into Juve, like you hope they're never doing a relegation promotion battle.
Yeah.
So this is experience.
Let's see. On Wednesday we will know if they don't win, which I think they won't. I don't think they're gonna win. They need to win. Like a draw is not enough. If it's 0-0, they're out. Like 0-0 was enough yesterday because they had a higher ranking at the end of the season. 0-0 on Wednesday is not enough. So they need to win. I don't think they're gonna win because Provicelli are the better side. But let's see on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Pierre is asking me a question because I said we're not gonna make it. Am I surprised? I am. Like, I'm not gonna lie because we were trash. We're still not good, but we somehow found a way to play awful and not lose, and other teams find a way to play awful and lose. That's what Atalanta did, Roma, like that's what those teams did. And even when we slipped up at times, it didn't really matter at the end. You know, it didn't. Like Roma yesterday, they messed up. So I am surprised. I'm not gonna lie, because in January, even when we got Vlahovic and Zakaria, I was like, I'm not sure. And up to, let's say, a month ago, I was still not sure. So, is anyone surprised? Or were you confident all along?
I was not confident. I was surprised, though, because I'm just surprised of how everyone else is so shit.
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
No, that I'm just so surprised. Like, how did Atalanta just plummet?
They lost a couple key players too last year. They never really had the squad depth. I can see why they dropped off mid-season.
They never really had squad depth, though. They were just like a really well coached team. Like they had, like you put like player C into player A spot, and it was just the same thing.
But I think that honeymoon phase is over for them.
Yeah.
Like you can't continue to play that style because people know the game plan. The
Yeah,
players get older. They lost a couple of those key guys, and they just it's reflective of their squad now.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate because they were fun to watch, but it is what it is. Just like we're in a decline right now. It sucks, but
they need a mini rebuild in the summer.
Just like even though like Lazio, they stink. Roma, they stink. Like Napoli stinks still. I don't care if they beat.
But they always have though. Like that's not a surprise. They always have. It's seeing like Inter falter when they shouldn't have. That bad stretch there last month. Like that was more the surprise. Milan doing as well as they have it, because Milan hasn't been as consistent in the previous years. They've been doing well in bursts.
To be honest,
they still stink though to me.
Yeah, every time I watch Milan, I'm like, no, but they win, and that's what we did also in the past. Like sometimes we didn't look good at all. We just won, and just credit to them. They win. That's all that matters at the end of the day. But they're not playing well. Like I know Milan fans will say the same thing. But does anyone care? They're gonna win the title. So at the end of the year, it doesn't really matter. You know, that's what it is. Let me see. Dash is saying everyone figured out Atalanta and how to beat them. Yeah, I agree. Also, like David said, some of their players are on a decline, injuries. It was bound to happen. I'm not gonna say they're gonna be like this for the coming years now. I think they will bounce back next season, depending on what they will do on the transfer market. John is saying, what do you guys think about a possible exchange Arthur Postema for Tielemans? Arthur's not going to go.
Arthur will not go to Leicester.
He's not going Leicester. And Leicester's not going to play Arthur 6.5 million euros. That's not Leicester.
Like, what? How much would you need to get paid to want to go to Leicester?
As a player like Arthur, lots.
But just like you, even for me, like you would have to at least double my salary.
And by the way, that's not me
I would
saying
take 6 figures to play there.
That's not me saying.
No problem.
It's not me saying. Oh, Leicester's too meaty for Arthur. It's just I think in his mind he's saying Barca, Juve, Leicester. No way, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Azina is saying smash the like button. Yeah, like the video if you haven't. But the title of the show is oh, my voice. The title of the show is No More Mistakes. And Hassa brings up one of the mistakes I think we should not make. And
You think that's a mistake?
yeah, because I don't rate him. But we will go into it.
Yeah, but okay, go.
We will go into it. Just in general, no, I will ask the easy question, or the easy. I don't think it's an easy question. But Guido, who works for Tuttosport, and he has become the director now of Tuttosport. So credit to him.
That's the dude from the All or Nothing?
Yeah, he's a good one.
Nice.
He's actually a good journalist. He's a director. He was on Monblano's channel today, and he said, I'm expecting a big summer in terms of the club's actually going to improve the squad. And he said, I expect at least 4 signings, a center back, left back, a big midfielder, and a winger. I will ask you this now. How many? Because usually you sign 5 players, one of them takes time, or doesn't work out at all. Let's say we sign 4. Let's say it's a center back, left back, midfielder, winger. They're all going to start. Maybe not the center back at first because you have Bonucci and De Ligt out there.
Yeah.
But let's say even the center back is going to start. How many room or margin is there to actually make a mistake in terms of transfer-wise? Let's say you sign, I don't know, just saying Zaniolo, and he, at the end of the season, his stats are what this season are. How many margin do we have if you sign 4 players?
What's the definition of mistake? Because you can say, because one could be filling, like our left back position right now, that's probably literally just filling a hole. That position is not going to bang regardless. Is that a mistake, putting in a new player?
Filling an hole? No, the left back is going to start, so he needs a bang. It's not filling an hole. Like he's going to be the starter.
But he's not going to bang.
If he's just better than Sandro, like Davide is trying to say, like it's still a win, even though he's not going to be that great.
Because Pellegrini is better than Sandro, and it's not a win. Yeah. It's not a win. Like when I watch Pellegrini play, it's not a win.
I kind of like him. You always hate on Pellegrini, but I don't think he deserves.
If Udogie is better than Pellegrini and Sandro, but still not like excellent, isn't that still
improvement?
A win?
I will say that improve.
Okay.
Improve for competing. I will say that. Like.
Okay. So then I think the only mistake you can make or not improve is the center back one.
So 1.
Yeah. Because if it is this Gabriel Magalhaes guy coming in, he can have a year of transition and learning because Bonucci and De Ligt can still start. Oh, there's my mom yelling.
People are saying Pellegrini has not been good. Like the standard has been on the floor with Alexandro. When you actually, and I get it. Like I said, play Pellegrini because Alexandro was bad. But if you actually look at Pellegrini, he's not good enough. Like,
he's not good defensively, but he's at least trying to produce something offensively.
But he does not even produce. That's the other issue. Like it's not.
He almost got a goal that last game that got taken.
Like almost got goals, but at the end of the day, he doesn't get goals. Like,
but you're talking about a position that we need a person in, a breathing, warm body.
Yeah,
and he's that.
Yeah, but like
I don't think we're gonna really better. Yes, Windell might be better. If we can get Lodi, sure. But this is not a massive leap forward in this position whatsoever. The only massive leap forward I think we can really make is in midfield, and perhaps if we go big on a winger, if we have the money. But like defensively, I don't think we're really winning this year. We're plugging holes.
Yeah, I don't think left back is plugging holes. I think left back needs to be winning in terms of. Maybe not this season, but in the future, moving forward, it needs to be a win, because we're not going to spend, like City, 300 million euros on left back and right backs until one actually bangs. Like, we don't have that.
Yeah. And that's what I'm sitting. Like, what is it? we might have to take a loss, say in left back this year, to win at left back next year or 3 years from now, perhaps. So it's a tactical loss for a strategic win. So you're still allowed to make losses in the short term.
Yeah, and people are like, if you like Pellegrini, that's fine, but I have higher standards for the club, and he's not close to that standard. Like, I'm sorry, like he isn't. I know he's better than Alexander, but that's pretty easy. Like, it's easy. It's not that difficult. Like, let's be honest. It's not difficult. It's like Bernardeschi, and you play, I don't know who on that wing. It's gonna look better. It doesn't mean he's much better. It doesn't mean that. But yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So when Guido makes the point of the 4 big off-season, whatever, is he including that Di Maria is a big off-season acquisition, or is he sending like big money?
No, he said the midfield is going to be the big money one. So I don't know about the Di Maria.
Okay. So like Di Maria is, I think it's Di Maria.
Yeah. Like at this moment in time, everything screams Di Maria and spend that money in midfield. At the moment, you know. But let's see. You also hear the name of Raspadori, and you also see things of links like Raspadori will be the replacement of Morata and not Keane. I'm like, that's very doubtful, because Keane you need to pay, and also Raspadori, Morata you don't need to pay if you can offload Keane, you know.
Yeah.
So that's still up in the air. Wanted to ask a question before. We will talk about Gabriel, because before the game yesterday, Di Marzio spoke in the studio, and he said we are looking at Gabriel, and he's actually very high up that list, you know. I will say really quickly. First of all, a few things. Arsenal are not gonna sell. Like he's the starter, you know. They're going to the Champions League. They're not gonna sell. If they're gonna sell, they're gonna ask for ridiculous money, and he's not worth that. So for me, it's non-news, because, and also I don't rate him. He makes so many mistakes still, like head-scratching mistakes. So I'm not a big fan of him. You go, Julian, because you wanted to say something before we moved into this. Did he glitch?
Is he there?
He's mute.
Oh,
You're
he's muted.
I was muted. My fault, everybody. Okay, so before I answer the Gabriel question, remember in Wedding Crashers, Will Ferrell lives at his mom's house? Do you guys watch Wedding Crashers?
Yeah, but that's a long time ago.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Okay, but do you remember he was in his house? He's like, "Ma, the meatloaf."
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
That's how I currently feel right now, because I'm at my mom's house, and she kept coming downstairs and shit. I had to pause, but whatever. Going back to Gabriel Magalhaes. Sure, if it's to get rid of Arthur and he's coming in, I don't see a problem with that, because it's fine. He could be a decent third back or a third center back.
Oh no. You're gonna spend 60 million on a third center back?
No, I'm saying if it's like Arthur in or Arthur out and Gabriel in, like you're swapping basically.
Yeah, but that's still a lot of value, you know, for a third center back.
Well, yeah, but that value is kind of just what was listed on Transfer Market, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay, really, like nobody values Arthur at 60 million. Let's be honest.
Okay, but I'm saying though, if Arsenal are willing to pay 50 for Arthur and we pay 50 for Gabriel, why? What's wrong?
I don't rate him.
Okay, but we don't rate Arthur either.
Yeah, that's okay.
And Gabriel can offer more than Arthur can.
Yeah,
to our team.
I don't rate Arthur. Doesn't mean like I also don't. It's like saying I don't rate Bernardeschi, but get Zaniolo. But I don't rate Zaniolo either. But yeah, I don't rate Bernardeschi either. So what's the point? You know what I mean?
But do you know? Okay,
I know
Gabriel can offer more than what Arthur does for our team.
100% sure.
And when we're talking about center backs, is it more than say Milinkovic or Bremer or any of those other names that have been linked with us?
I don't think we're getting Bremer at all, because
just as a discussion point though.
Yeah, like I think Bremer's better than him, obviously, but I think Gabriel's better than Milinkovic.
Yeah, 100. Like Milinkovic is like 50 mil release clause at the end of the transfer market. It doesn't work out, you just pay it, you know. That's that, you know. And I mean, saying isn't Saliba owned by Arsenal? He basically, or like the reports are that he wants to come back and fight for his place. I think Arteta doesn't rate him for some reason because he does rate Ben White, so something's up with him. That's an option, but Gabriel, no, not for that money. No, like if you're gonna spend 60 mil on a center back, he needs to be perfect. Am I almost close to perfection? And he's not close to perfection. I've seen him make so many mistakes, like almost on a weekly basis.
What if that's the only way to get rid of Arthur?
It's the only way.
Then-
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking here.
That's the wrong.
I'm desperate to get rid of Arthur Melo.
I get that, but I think that's the wrong way of doing business, and the club should know that. In my opinion, like you get rid of one player, but you bring in a player who's iffy. In my opinion, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because if he's worth
And
really quickly, because Arsenal are gonna ask more than 60 mil, but the Chile, he's a better footballer than a Gabriel.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I know we were in for Gabriel for a very long time because I know Paratici was in talks with him when he was playing for Lille still. But yeah, you go, Davide, because you want to say something.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna throw out because Transfer Market is the most accurate market values on the internet. So they actually have Arthur at 22 mil, which is funny because I believe he was rated at 60 mil when the whole legal thing happened with the league there. And Gabriel's at 33.
Yeah, but like Arsenal paid 30 already for him. Like they're gonna ask 60, 65 easy.
Yeah, it's just interesting to see how the valuations fluctuate, and it all just depends on which team they go to and what a team's willing to pay. And yeah, if the valuation is realistically 60, that's nuts. But if you go by these numbers, it makes sense. And for like just from a strict numbers point of view, right?
Yeah, I know what you mean, but like
but you just don't think you think he's trash.
No, I don't think he's trash. I don't think he's trash. I don't think he's worth that money. But the moment DiMarcio said, I'm like, it's not gonna happen. You're just talking out of your, what? Because it doesn't make sense. Arsenal are not gonna sell. They're gonna most likely gonna qualify for Champions League. Like they should, looking at that schedule. Yeah. They're not gonna sell their center back. It makes no sense. They're gonna improve the squad, and they're gonna sell, I don't know, Rob Holding and those players and improve the squad. I mean, they should. I don't know. But yeah, he was not the only player linked with us. Apparently, according to Tuttosport, last weekend, talks for Paredes picked up. And I was reading that article, and I was, at the end, they just snuck it in there saying, but they need to do something about his wage because he's on 7 and 7 is the ceiling. I'm like, he's on what?
Oh yeah, he's PSG though.
I forgot he was still playing. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot he was at PSG at this point.
Yeah,
that wasn't even the saddest part of the news. The saddest news of the day. The saddest news of the day was Nico Shiro talking about we are very interested in Jorginho, and that makes me actually want to throw up. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not gonna say Jorginho is an absolutely trash player because he's not. But that's not what we need at this point.
No.
Like move on. Like move on. What do you make of those two links, basically?
The title of the show is No More Mistakes. Yeah. Those are 2 mistakes. Like they are. I know Justin wants Jorginho, he wants Zaniolo, he wants everybody, but listen, Justin, none of that. Just none of that. No Jorginho, 31, aging player. He was horrendous this year. Yeah, he was not good this year. Ruben Loftus-Cheek started Champions League game ahead of you. Jorginho. Yeah. Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
And he's also not good.
Except we would have taken him on loan in the winter.
Yeah, that was another bullshit rumor. Like, those rumors mean, like, remember when that came out? I was like, what?
Yeah.
How? Who? not who, but I'm like, what? What do you make of that, David? Because I know you like Jorginho.
I believe he's good for Allegri, that he would work well in the tactical system. And just knowing that the team wants to throw in Italians. Like, I see where they're interested. And I don't dislike him. I think he's a good midfielder. He's not the most exciting. He's had his ups and downs. again, like I wouldn't hate to have him on my team. I wouldn't be upset if he comes. Is there better options like Savic? Clearly there are better options. I don't know. Again, if it was like an add-on, this is the second player we got. This will not be our big splash. If this is our big splash, yes, I'm upset. If he comes in, as like a secondary player, or just to add in, just to fill in that line. Say you get rid of Arthur, you want another defensive type midfield. Sure, yeah.
If he comes in, he's the main guy. I will say this: it will not be an add-on piece. If he comes, he's the main guy. That's the guy you're gonna get in midfield.
And we're playing a 4-3-3, so again, what else are we getting? I think if you look at this in isolation, we're getting Jorginho and that's it. It doesn't really make sense. But if you get Pogba, Savic, they play more advanced, and you have a Jorginho that you somehow managed to get as well on your roster this year, it makes sense. I can see that.
Also, before we went live, I saw the injury report of Pogba this season. I needed to scroll. It was insane. I actually needed to scroll because my screen was not big enough. I was like, what the hell? Norbert is saying Jorginho is solid. He's playing 7 according to SofaScore. I'll say 2 things. Don't use SofaScore. Because 7 is kind of trash on SofaScore. I'm not going to lie. It's not really good. But just the eye test, he's not playing well. And you can ask Chelsea fans, you can read just Chelsea pages. Like, he's not playing well. He gets dropped in big games for a reason. Like, he's not playing well. So it makes no sense for us, in my opinion. And I know what they're saying, the Regista type that Allegri wants, but screw Allegri in this, and just get over with it,
Well, obviously, you can't screw Allegri. Yeah, certainly.
Yeah. Sorry. What would be the issue? Like, if we got Milinkovic-Savic in, would everyone just be okay with Locatelli playing as the Regista? Because
Yeah.
I would.
I agree. Yeah, I would.
I don't want to. I'd rather see him in Metzala, to be honest.
Of course,
I think he can do it. But if you had to, if you somehow picked up Jorginho, you wouldn't have to. It's kind of, you can have Savic, Locatelli, and Jorginho as your midfield.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but
just as an example,
that's never gonna happen. So it's gonna be Locatelli if you get Savic, because unless Jorginho is free, again, which he's not.
Like, we seen Miretti play there on when was the game? Yesterday. So long ago, but like not really. But we seen Miretti play there yesterday, and I know everyone makes a big stink. Oh, blah blah blah. He's young. He's not going to play. We have guys cooking. Why can't Locatelli just play there again for another season? Because he did fine, but now you even have a better center midfielder above. Even Zakaria, Milinkovic-Savic, and Locatelli in a midfield. That's nice.
Yeah, you touched on Miretti because that's an important point. So I tweeted out on the main account, should he stay in the squad? Just in the squad.
Absolutely.
A lot of people were saying no, he needs to go to a mid-lower team. I'm like, have you watched what he did yesterday? And people say, oh, it's Venezia. I don't care. It's Serie A football. Like, if he's going to a mid-lower team, he's also going to play Venezia.
but what did anyone else do?
Yeah, so I was going to say, who else did what he did?
Well, really quickly, like you said, I've seen the starters play against Sanitana a few weeks ago. They were ass. They were just awful.
Yeah.
I've seen Miretti play first touch football, vertical. There was a moment when he could play it sideways. He looked up, he saw Vlahovic, and just played it vertical.
Played in his path.
And he played it. He didn't play it in his feet. It was like a 30-meter pass. He played it in his run. Like, he doesn't need to play it in his feet. Like, Vlahovic can actually run with it. I've not seen it this season. I haven't. So I'm like, why shouldn't he be in the squad? Why?
And he also got into the box a couple times.
That's what he said after the game. That's what he likes. Like, he said, I like to make runs.
He also, he made some first touch plays, like nice touches. He actually looked and surveyed the field before he made the pass.
Well, I saw that kid everywhere from the defensive midfield position to right up in the box. Like, he played box to box.
Yeah.
Yep.
He did it all. He did do it all. And he slowed down. He doesn't have quite the conditioning yet. He slowed down there about 65, 70 minutes. But, for the first hour, he was easily the best player on the field.
Yeah, he was. And I don't get it. Like, and people say, oh, he's going to make mistakes. Fine. That's
Good.
okay.
That's
It's
fine.
okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. I see Rabiot make mistakes. I see Locatelli make mistakes. So what's the
Exactly.
point? So nobody is allowed to make mistakes. It is gonna happen. At some point, someone is gonna make a mistake, but you're gonna save yourself 30 mil. You're gonna save yourself 30 mil.
Again.
I'm not saying start him every week, like August the 12th or the 14th, first game of the season, Miretti's in the lineup. I'm not saying that. But 3 weeks later, you play at home against Cremonese, he can play. He can play.
Throw him in all the Copa games.
He can play. Like he's shown it against Venezia. It's a Serie A team or not.
Like Miretti should easily get 15 games next season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
And that's good. And that's actually good.
I hope more.
Because
Hopefully more, but like 15 should be the yardstick, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? Again, not even the perform. Like his brain is better than half the midfielders.
That's it. Yeah.
He's 18 years old, and his brain is already better. Like he has his head on a swivel more than Adrian Rabiot looks up once. Like Adrian Rabiot looks up the field once. Miretti, he already knows who's behind him, who's sideways, who's in front of him, who's in the stands to the right.
The only time Rabiot looks up is when he takes a shot.
Yeah, and then he whiffs on the ball. You're supposed to look at the ball.
He actually played very well yesterday again.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
No, he played all right, but I gotta hate him.
On the Miretti thing, I want to say something. I forgot. Oh yeah, Allegri. He was praising him after the game. I've never seen it before. Like he said, like he understands football. Like he knows how to play it one touch. He knows where the ball needs to go really quickly. And he said, like, he dragged the team. It was not the other way around. And I think that was clear. Like, he could not come out and say it was the other way around because it was clear. Actually, players were looking for him at some point, which is good because he's 18. Like, you can play in a team where you have players and, like, screw it. Like, who are you? But I think they knew it's gonna, like, the ball needs to go.
It wasn't like Ake when he...
Yeah.
Nobody's looking at him.
Bonucci said the exact same thing, though. He said the exact same thing as Max Allegri was saying. This guy knows how to play.
Like, I think that's clear, no? That, like,
you
cannot, even
your acting club captain and your coach said that.
Yeah, and even if you watch the under 23s, I know that's under 23s. I get that.
Yeah.
But like you remember that Liverpool game when he was playing against.
That's all I was just about to say. That. Yeah.
He was playing against. I don't know what his name was. Who actually played.
Morton.
Yeah, he played.
No, Morton.
He played like 7 games for Liverpool. In big games like League Cup, FA Cup, even Premier League. It was not even close. Like it was not close. So I'm like, you're too good to basically rot in under 20. Not rot. I don't want to disrespect him because it's actually working. It's working.
Yeah.
But he's too good, and
for him it's rotting.
Yeah, it's rotting because he's too good. Like he needs to step it up. But we've seen him do that in a game. It's one game. I know it. But you cannot turn around now and say, you know what? You're going to play for Venezia and Serie B next season. Gain some experience. You know what?
Yeah, no, you can't.
Or you're going to play for Cagliari, struggling to stay in Serie A. Like,
you can't do that.
You cannot do it. You can't. And if you get rid of Ramsey, Arthur, maybe Rabiot, maybe McKennie, depends on the offers. Like, you know how it works. You don't need to spend 30 million on Fratesi. Coach school, like all those players, you have him. Like he's there.
Exactly.
He will accept it to actually play only 15 games. He's gonna accept it to learn, play 15 games here and there on a minimum wage. Also, like that's also a key thing. Your wage bill goes down the first seasons before he actually banks. If he banks, then of course you need to pay him. I was shocked by that because I tweeted it out and I'm gonna say it was close to 50-50. I was actually shocked.
So, okay, here we go. Three league games left. You brought up the U23 shit, whatever. They play Wednesday. Does he start against Lazio and Fiorentina?
Yeah. I think he's going to play.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah, why not?
Lazio and Fiorentina. Oh, that's after the Coppa final.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, when nothing really, unless you really want that.
Yeah, he's going to play him. He's going to play him.
Because we've seen, when did Allegri play? What was that guy? Oh, Allegri, when we wrapped up the title that one time.
That was Gotti.
Sorry?
You mean away to Frosinone that season?
They were wearing the white jersey, and Hans
Against
Nicolosi-Caviglia played.
It was against
Yeah.
Yeah, Gotti.
Remember how sick he was?
Yeah, it was before the
So I
Champions League
think-
final.
Yeah. So I think he will play him, but I think
he will.
I don't think Sule will.
I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I've said it many times. Remember when we did that youth video you made?
Yeah.
It was months ago. I don't know when it was.
Yep.
It was October, something like that.
Yeah.
And I said like Miretti is the player who's the closest. Like
You
to actually break it into the team, even over Fagioli. Because like you said on the live yesterday, there's a I don't say there's a reason, but there's actually a reason why Fagioli is playing Cremonese football at the moment. Not saying he's trash. I'm not saying that, but there's a reason why. And you have the feeling like he's not gonna stay. He's not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it, but like not next season. And at that point, you start to worry a bit. Like, is he ever gonna make it? When you see what Miretti did when he was 18. Yesterday. So I get that point, but Sule, even the Di Maria links, like Di Maria comes in, Sule will be the deputy or like the second one up. Like maybe he will be in the squad a few times if he stays with under 23s, but I don't think permanently. I don't think that. I don't believe it.
Sorry. What does Sule's next move you think next year?
I don't know. He didn't play yesterday. He didn't start yesterday, by the way. I don't think he started.
For the U23s.
He didn't start. Let me see.
I didn't watch.
I was away, so I watched the highlights after.
Do you think his next move though is a Serie A team on loan, or do you think it's in Spain?
No, it's no Serie A team. No. It's gonna be a Serie B team. No, not Spain. He's gonna stay Italy. Team? He's gonna stay Italy. Yeah, okay. I think they're gonna loan him out to.
So you think he is gone?
I think he's gone.
Okay. Me too.
Like just you think gone loan?
Yeah,
loan.
Yeah, I can't see him getting rid of him.
That is a useful use of the 6 loans we have.
Yeah, but that will be tricky to decide those 6.
Jockey Bro says he did start.
Then it was absolutely horrendous because he didn't show up on the extended highlights. Then I read he was bad. I actually read that he wasn't good. I didn't watch the game.
Said he played as the attacking midfielder in a 4-2-3-1.
I didn't watch the game because I was away.
Yeah.
I just watched the extended highlights when I came back, and he didn't even show up on the extended highlights. But I read that he wasn't good even before I got to it.
Yeah, I think it's best if he does go on loan, because as an attacking player, sometimes it's easier, but again, sometimes it's harder to, like for us, it's harder to mesh in as a young attacker. Barcelona, it'll be easier because they just play crap teams and they go attack. But for us, we shithouse our way through and it doesn't suit attackers. So I think Sule needs to go and dominate somewhere else. And I think that's a good use of a loan spot.
Yeah, I don't see why at least a Serie B spot couldn't work. You're going to have maybe some of these relegated teams, they lose a couple players. There might be some openings or some lower teams need a little boost. He might find a spot somewhere.
Teams will take him in Serie B.
Yeah.
It's more like
Sule with that fresh Venezia kit.
Yeah, he might look.
Also, do you know why Serie B takes him? Because Juve, most of the time, it's a free loan. They just pay the wage from the players.
Yeah.
Not big wages, and it's a free loan, so that's why they all take him. That's how the club works.
But will that tactic change as well with only having 6 this year? I don't think that'll be interesting.
It depends. Like,
hopefully not.
When they loan out abroad, they ask for money. When it's in Italy, they don't.
Yeah, for sure.
Like most of the time, it's a free loan. Just pay the wages and that's it. That's why they all take him. That's the way Inter works. Like all those teams. Milan they're not really known of doing that. Loaning out a shitload of players. It's just us.
I got a question for you guys. Name the 6 players that will send out on loan.
I think this is kind of early. This will be hard. Piaka again.
His contract's done. That's another thing though. Piazza
no 23.
Torino rejected him, so who's gonna want him?
It's 23.
Yeah, no, I just threw that out because it's news.
Yeah.
He still
That's what
has
I mean,
a
like
deal.
his contract's done next year.
Yeah, it's next year. He's still on the contract. Like you need to release him or just loan him out again, or just agree with him. Like we're gonna cut you and you can sign forever you want.
Yeah.
I mean, we're looking for wingers.
Imagine Piazza just comes back and bangs.
That would be hilarious. I would love it.
And said Norbert from the Discord chat watching game say he was balling. I read an article in the Gazzetta. They were very harsh from, and I watched the extended highlights. It was 8 minutes. No, and again, it's extended highlights. Maybe you don't see the little things he did, but going off that Gazzetta article, it wasn't great, or it should have been more, basically. But I didn't watch the game. If Norbert say he balled, then he balled. I didn't watch it. But yeah, like the question is difficult because I don't even know who's on loan. I have no idea. Like we have like 20 players on loan. So
yeah, I went on transfer market last night. And I saw all the arrivals for next year. There are, I believe, 16.
Yeah, they're gonna release a few of them.
Okay, we've been corrected in the chat. I'm looking at it here. In terms of the loan, just because they're Jockey and Hanine are getting at us now. So 8 this year, it goes to 7, then 6 from 24 to 25 and beyond, and that's international. So I don't think that affects anything within the league, but I could be wrong there as well.
Oh, okay. So he put never mind, I'm wrong.
Yeah, we will look it up.
Yeah.
Well, let's discuss this when we've done our homework and
sure.
Because
that'll be a debate show. That'll be a debate question. Even though they're all going to be the exact same, I think.
Because
it's pretty obvious who we like.
I never read the official rules on the site. I just went, I think Romeo's article or a goal article when it actually broke, but it wasn't really official. So we need to look at it. To be honest, someone said Gazzetta anti-Juve. Why care about it? Because it was written by a Juve watcher. So there actually work Juve journalists for Gazzetta dello Sport. Weird, but Giovanni Albanese is one. So, but he didn't write that article. But yeah, so that was the title of the show. Were there other links today?
Dude, you're missing the most important thing. We closed on Chiesa.
Oh yeah.
Closed on Chiesa.
That's very true.
We knew that.
I mean, that's expected, but it's also exciting and it's also very good because that's the jersey I have right behind me. So it wasn't for naught. Except I'm gonna have to buy a number 10 next year, I think.
Oh yeah.
if Miretti doesn't get the 10.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think it's Miretti then Chiesa, to be honest, in that order.
I don't know.
The number 10?
Yeah. No, sorry, he likes De Bruyne, so he's gonna be 17 next year. Sorry.
17. What a trash number.
I've seen the jersey.
Who gets 17?
I've seen the jersey.
De Bruyne. Mandzukic, or do we retire that jersey?
Oh yeah, I suppose, but it's not an exciting number, I guess.
No, it's not.
It's like I couldn't get 7, so I picked 17.
Yeah, pretty much. Like Ronaldo did for Portugal and Figo was 7.
Yeah.
Just 8.
Yeah, go.
No. I said I saw the jersey. Somebody had it.
I was gonna say the Mandragora because he got finally poached by Torino, so that was 9 mil. And
I saw
Demiral got poached.
I saw you tweet,
yeah.
But like the money's already gone.
Yeah, so that money basically just gets transferred to the keys and sale. Yeah, it's almost zero.
You think about Demiral and Mandragora, like who cares? We just got Chiesa.
Yeah, Mandragora, nobody cares. I think Demiral you can have an argument on, but it's money. You take it.
That's why. I think that's good early business.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not set in stone yet, and who knows where the finances go, but close enough.
Yeah, it's starting anyways.
Yeah, like no surprises. Like Demiral, they're gonna buy him. Mandragora, who's doing pretty good for Torino standard, so they're gonna buy him. And what was the other price? Chiesa, I mean, it was a class. You make top 4, you need to buy him, so there was no choice. There was another.
But we
bit of
made
news.
top 4 without him, though. So does it really count?
Yeah.
Imagine that. Imagine arguing that with Fiorentina.
Yeah.
That would be actually hilarious. I think that was all the news of the day. I'm not sure. I got a crappy day. I think it was that. No, it was Gabriel, it was Paredes. It was the fake Savic interview. His agent came out say is bullshit. Then Giovanni came out saying he wants to stay in Italy and the club will try. Mirko Di Natale said basically the same thing. Nothing new, basically. I've said it many times before when people say in the chat, "Oh, but Manu," I'm like, no, not at the moment. Like all the sources in Italy who are saying that are Rome-based sources, and the Manu sources are saying no. Like the club is not in for Milinkovic-Savic. Like good Manu sources, like Romeo level for them. So I'm like,
Yeah.
they're pushing it, or someone is pushing it, but they're gonna get exposed at some point because there's not gonna be an offer from Manu unless the Nach comes in and says, yeah, bring me Milinkovic-Savic, but they need a DM. They actually need a proper DM because Matic is gone. Fred cannot play DM.
It's Declan Rice.
100 mil? Nah.
I think, but they said they're the only team that's in for him right now.
Yeah, but if they spend 100 mil, like they need so much, they cannot spend 100 mil. I don't think they're gonna make the same mistake again. Because they bought Sancho when they didn't need Sancho, but they spent money on Sancho. I think
English influence.
Yeah, but now
I like how you're holding your mic like a 70s talk show host.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. It's because, do you know what I have my thing set up on it? You know those big Tupperware laundry bins?
Yeah.
I got 2 of them stacked up here.
Just fix your Wi-Fi.
Well, making it work. Living in your parents' basement, making it work.
Oh yeah, exactly. Look how nice this looks. I'm sitting on patio furniture.
Got married, still living in the basement.
Yeah, you should take the patio furniture out for your parents. What are you doing sitting on it?
Dude, it's raining. It almost snowed yesterday.
Almost.
Yeah.
This is patio weather for us. You know this.
Yeah. I was so scared for a couple of seconds. I was like, it's almost 0 degrees this morning, and it was started to sprinkle down. I was like, uh-oh.
That's the location Julian was at when we signed Locatelli. That life. So
yeah, that's exactly it.
That's it, Joe. So say it. We're signing Savic.
Hey, listen, we signed Chiesa today.
There you
Miracles.
go. Look it up.
Miracles happen in this basement.
So yeah. Yeah, no, that's it. I was looking for a comment, but I think that was all the news of the day, basically. Nothing
very
special. Also
slow.
because it was a holiday, so newspapers were not out today.
What's the holiday?
So I went through this with my European friend. It's Labor Day in Europe.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, ours is August. That's the August long weekend, I think. I know. My buddy said a happy Labor Day, and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" We got a whole conversation. So yeah, if you want to know more, I got the scoop now. But I won't bore you guys with it here.
So yeah, so tomorrow news will come up. I think a lot of news will come out. Trash news, but news will come out.
So Di Maria signing tomorrow.
Yeah, it's got to be soon because he's a free agent. You know,
it's gonna happen. You never know. Maybe.
By the way, I think in terms of the top 3 center midfielders that we're in for, and I'll squeeze Jorginho in there, whatever. He's not top, but like whatever people want to say. De Jong is sneaky creeping up.
He is. I don't believe it yet, but he is creeping up.
Yeah, I don't believe because the sources are. They were.
Spanish guys.
Ooh.
Gerard Moreno. That's a Villarreal guy who banged us. Gerard Romero or something like that.
I don't know. I've not read it. I'm not gonna.
Yeah. Well, keep an eye out for De Jong.
I saw news today that he actually wants to leave because they're gonna sign from Valencia Soler. And then Valencia came out saying that's bullshit. And then the same journalist came out saying, nope, they're in talks with him. It's gonna happen. And then he also said like De Jong knows it and he is pushing for a move. And then who said that? Let me check because I don't wanna lie.
I mean, it would be really nice to see De Jong and De Ligt reunited.
Yeah, that'd be sweet for the bromance, but
Yeah.
what happens then? Because De Jong isn't that he's not that registered guy who's gonna pass the ball. I think we went over this.
Yeah, so he's not like a true deep lying play
No,
maker. He's more
he likes
like
to collect the ball and he likes to transfer the ball by dribbling. And don't get me wrong, he's neat and tidy. Like he's nice, crisp, and like makes sideways passes and very few long vertical passes. But
you would have to go. You would have to go with like a 4-3-3 flat setup where he doesn't play completely like deep. He stays kind of central still, and the other guys push up.
Yeah, like he'll never, and like he is busy in midfield too and energetic. My dog is snoring like a cow, but he is energetic but he's not the most reliable in front of the defense. So I think Locatelli would still need to play as a register if De Jong were to come.
So do you put 2 deep lying center midfields and go for like, and that's, I mean, getting into tactics, but like the 4-2-1-3, and then that calls in for an attacking midfielder again. So that doesn't make sense either.
I mean, you could have like a McKennie there though.
Could.
Because he offers a threat. He's not going to create much, but if you trust, yeah.
We're moving away from the plan though, is kind of what I'm getting at with like De Jong. I don't see exactly where he fits with where I think we're going.
It's troubling, but
it was an Italian journalist. I forgot his name. It was Dario Pellegrini, maybe. And he said that he's open to leave De Jong.
Yeah,
he's open to leave. Barca are open to sell, and there's a small window to make a move because it's gonna be, it's gonna be a race among top teams, and that's why I think it's impossible. Because
I also think because Barcelona operate in that fiscal year. Remember how we had to get that Pjanic and Arthur deal done June 30th? Yeah, like it was imperative that was done then. I think it'll be a similar idea. Like De Jong will have to leave before July 1st.
Yeah. Let's see, because that news didn't really pick up at the moment. It's some bad like B/C source, not even B/C/D sources. But let's see. Let's see what will happen.
But I'm just saying he's more in the news than Pogba. Yeah. I think Pogba like.
That's true.
Did Mark just say Pogba, it's Man U or he's taking less money?
Yeah, like I don't believe Man U are offering that money. Like if they do, it's actually ridiculous. They do, but whatever. But I think, like you said, somehow Man U or he needs to take a pay cut. Because I don't think looking at his injury record, and even PSG, because I don't think Real Madrid are in for him. I don't think PSG are going to pay what he wants. But let's see what will happen.
So again, I'm trolling the transfer market website again. Frankie and Sergey are both valued at 77. So
that's dollars, right?
Yeah, I'm on the US one, so US dollars. So from that standpoint, maybe SMS playing hardball. Who's the next profile that fits?
Yeah, you can screw with Lofito a bit. Yeah.
So I mean, that's where I'm making sense of it.
Am I the only one who isn't a big fan of De Jong? And I'm not saying he's a bad player because he's a fantastic player, but
you don't like Pellegrini, and the chat just roasted you for it. So I mean,
but that there's levels to it, Pellegrini. Like if you want to die on the Pellegrini hill,
layers to Ali.
If you want to die on the Pellegrini hill, be my guest. Like I respect that, defending Pellegrini, that's dedication. I'm not gonna.
There's just so many hills to die on. It's easy.
Yeah, but like
Moisey, for instance.
Yeah, but I think to this point, Ali, you're not on his boat because of the reasons why Davide and I said he doesn't fit.
Yeah,
like if we put a different style of football, then it's like let's run it. Like you said, he's he's a very, very good player.
I need a midfielder who's gonna get me 10 assists, 7 goals. That's what I need. Who's gonna be dominant?
You pay for Sergey.
Yeah,
that's
no,
what I need.
absolutely.
That's
You do
what
that.
you do.
Like
Because I don't know what other options are there.
De Jong, he's gonna dictate your play tempo and stuff like that. But
Yes.
is really what we
We don't
need?
have that, though.
We
But
don't
we
have
don't do
that.
that, so it doesn't matter.
We don't have that. We don't do that. But even if you want to do it, I think I want something like personally. I want goals. I want assists. I want someone who's physically dominating the midfield. You know, week in, week out. And that doesn't mean
Okay.
De Jong is. Yeah, that doesn't mean De Jong
There's
is
basically
trash.
there's one realistic name that we keep on coming to. It's just Lotito is a roadblock.
Yeah.
It depends.
And that's it.
Like, how
So-
much do you think Savage is worth? Like, what do you say?
They wanted.
No,
What's the most official that
Not
they
what
asked?
they
What,
want.
what do we think?
What do you think?
What do I
he's
think
worth?
he's
Yeah.
worth? He's what? How old? He's. I think he's turning.
27, 28?
He's
Yeah.
27.
So he's entering his prime. He's got 2 years left on his contract. He's on a middling team. I say 50 mil.
Okay, David, are you?
I would for him. I would never want to pay more than 60 mil for a midfield. Just from after that, it's all premium. Unless you're like a City or a PSG, you don't pay more than 60. I would say for the midfielders. That's where I would say.
I agree with 60.
If in this case, like you make exceptions once in a while, if he is the profile that you need and he comes in at 70 and you have 70, I think you have to bite the bullet instead of going for another 70 mil player and Frankie and not getting what you want.
Oh, yeah, you're absolutely correct. Like if we have 70 mil and he's 70 mil and they want that, then do it. I'd be pissed off if we didn't do that. But
Yeah,
I
so
think he's 50 mil.
It's that old saying you can't afford to be cheap. This is
Yeah.
the time where you can't afford to be cheap. You just pay the money and amortize it however you need to, but pay it out.
Because who else is there? No one.
There really isn't. Not anybody that's available, willing to come with the profile that we need.
Jude.
Who?
Jude Bellingham.
Jude Bellingham. Okay. Is he available? Willing, linked? Anything?
He's gonna go. No, he's gonna go to Chelsea or Man City in a couple of years for 162 million.
162. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's not. I don't think he's a Juve target.
No,
Ever. I mean,
no.
sure. Like if he dropped in our lap, you take him. But
if you had the appeal, if you were dominating in Europe and stuff like that, then yeah, he will come. He would, because more English players are leaving the Premier League, or like they're now open to the idea of okay, we can leave, you know. But he's not coming. he's just.
I think Chubb, INO identified the most perfect midfield, and it's a shame that's never gonna happen.
yeah, I mean that
Who?
would be a dream.
Chubb, INO.
SMS, Loca, and Tchouaméni.
Oh,
That
Yeah,
only
he-
costs 130 mil.
he's gonna
Yeah.
go on menu, I think.
Why
Sorry.
would he want to do that to himself, though? Really? Why does anyone want to go to Man U?
I thought Tchouaméni wants to go to Real Madrid.
But
Unless it's just the Man U journalist just making stuff up again.
no, it was even Romano saying that he's open to it, and Manu are actually pushing for him. You know,
Romano stinks. I actually hate that guy.
you hate him because he twerks for the Premier League, which he does.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
works for them.
But why not? Like
No,
those
I'm
fans
not-
make him a lot of money, so I would do the
Yeah,
same
for
thing.
sure. Do your thing, but I hate you.
He just hates you, but, you know.
No, it's okay to hate people irrationally once in a
Remember-
while. You have to pick your
Yeah.
people.
Remember when
That's
he
cool.
was window shopping Vlahovic until he
Yeah,
signed
that
for
was-
us, and he was like, "Quiet, done." Fuck
Yeah.
it. Yeah, but he's an Inter fan, so he's a big Inter fan, to be honest. But it is what it is. Really quickly, this one, and then we wrap it up. I've not heard much about Gravenberg going to Bayern anymore because Bayern are not willing to pay what Ajax wants, and Ajax want close to 30 mil with bonuses, and the max Bayern is going is 21 or something like that, including bonuses, like 15 plus 6 or 7, and Ajax say no.
I
30.
find that surprising that Bayern wouldn't want to.
And he's a
At
free
least-
agent in 1 year. But
Maybe that's what they're holding. But
Also-
somebody's going to pick him up.
the financial situation of Bayern is not all rosy at the moment. I don't know how they did it, but it's not all rosy. So
Now maybe they lost a lot of money with the pandemic, revenue's down.
I actually don't know.
I don't know. I'm speculating. I don't know.
Because usually they're clean, those German teams. What?
Yeah.
In the recent history. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up for today. Let me see. Before we wrap it up, like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done it yet and you want to join the members club, you can do it. You can come on the channel like Davide is doing tomorrow. There will be a live, maybe with Julian if his Wi-Fi is back.
We'll see.
But Dash will be on the channel. He will be there anyway. Let's see if Julian makes it on Wednesday.
Julian will be there if his mom makes veal cutlets.
She actually made me a turkey sandwich and it's waiting for me.
Oh, nice.
It's sick.
Never mind.
Continue.
Yeah. Wednesday is no idea what it is. It's a live, I think. Because on Thursday is a preview because we play on Friday for some reason, which is
Coppa Italia Monday or Wednesday.
And yeah, Coppa Italia Wednesday, and the Lazio game is also on Monday, which is also horrendous, but it is what it is. So that's that. If you haven't watched Justin's, what do you call it? Daily
News show.
Daily News show. Go check it out after this one.
And it was short. It was only 13 minutes. You're not going to get many of those, so get after it.
So yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks, Julian, to occupy your parents' basement for some reason.
Yep.
Because we know why. A lot of people don't know why. It's like you are being kidnapped and still doing the live. And thanks.
I'm in the dungeon, brothers.
You do look like a sex slave right now.
What?
I know. I'm just lounging. I'm waiting for it.
Oh, exactly.
And thanks, Davide, for coming on because I know you need to go to work in a few. Not in a few.
No, I just got back from work.
Oh yeah, you got back. It's a different week.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Messed it up.
Alex should really pay attention to his members.
Yeah. It's okay. We take care of ourselves.
Yeah. You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man world out there. It's
Ali doesn't know your life story, and I'm in a dungeon. So.
I actually know Davide's life story.
And then Justin's MIA as always.
Justin's?
He was here.
Justin's MIA.
Yeah.
Probably picking up baby puke right now.
He played I Need to Work card. He's just chilling, watching TV. That's what he does.
Oh, he's looking at Louisville B+ prospects coming into the basketball team. I hope
probably yes. If you want to know, check his tweets.
Yeah.
He's probably cussing some random guy out. You never heard about. But we will be back tomorrow. So thanks for watching, everybody, and ciao.